Hello, it's Denise Sheehan again, and this time we're here to talk about sacred resistance. Ooh. So first, let's talk about the prophecy of the eagle and the condor. And it tells us of the turning over time where consciousness radically shifts and expands on Earth. And here we are. For years, it felt like change was happening so slowly. I wouldn't have chosen to flip the script quite to what we have now, but it's certain that change is here and it's here to stay. And given the rate of change, it's easy for some to dwell in fear, to feel isolated and vulnerable. And I just want to be clear, myself, Denise, I stand for love, unity, equality, earth, and life-honoring ways where all beings feel cherished, honored, and respected. End of story. We've endured some very jarring shifts of late that may leave many open-hearted empaths feeling uncertainty and compassion fatigue. I've been pondering, where can we find our empowerment for creating a world that's more honoring of all of our relations? And as I shared in my recent video on spiritual civil disobedience, we may begin by coming into stillness in order to gain our compass, in seeding our world with heartfelt prayers. Another prophecy. The Hopis tell us of two timelines. According to their prophecy, stepping into our spirituality is the way to ensure not only our survival, but also our capacity to evolve into a new era. The other is technology and materialism and greed. Not the path to go at this time. It's an end, a dead end. And for me, it feels like the worldly affairs that are here now are here to support our spiritual growth for each and all of us. Growth requires courage and rarely, if ever, feels comfortable. And here we are. As I've been integrating these teachings, some inspirations to ground the wisdom have been coming through, which I felt called to share. And I welcome you to feel into your heart that which aligns with you wherever you feel called. But I'll propose. Let's live our lives in the spaces between dramatic revelations. We may connect with others to enjoy simple comforts and conversations. Ordinary moments can be very beautiful. Let's connect more deeply with our bodies, thoughts, feelings, emotions, instincts, and intuition. Let's face it, this is no time to be running third eye blind. We may not have crystal balls that tell us what is going to happen, but we do have our intuition to guide us through these tricky passes on this astonishing journey. Let's engage our intuition and creativity to problem solve whatever arises, letting the process be as fun as possible, even in the face of uncertainty. Remember the proverb, necessity is the mother of invention, and we don't have to make it harder than it has to be. And let's ask for help when we need it, which for some of us is a completely new skill set. And especially for those who have experienced trauma, which, let's face it, is most of us. And also, let's up our law of attraction game. Focus not only on how to make our own unique experience gentler and easier, but inviting the health, wealth, and thriving for all of us. Since we're all one, interconnected in the web of life, every prayer for our world smiles lovingly on us too. And let's vote with our resources, aligning how we spend our time and money with the goods and services that reflect the world we want to see. And let's join in solidarity for peaceful resistance and protest with whatever doesn't align with our heart, the value of our hearts. Let's plant seeds of new creations based on the contrasts that show us which weeds we need to pull from our garden. And let's protect and defend those who are most vulnerable in our lives. We can check in on our family and friends who may feel voiceless in these times to listen, to tend, to love. No one should feel collectively abandoned because of race, skin color, gender, or sexual orientation. We've seen where such trajectories lead, and no more, not on our watch. Let's raise awareness by letting go of our powerlessness and people-pleasing ways to speak our truth, to be the sacred rebels we were born to be. It's time to release, at long last, all our codependent ways. Let's rise up into our sovereignty. Let's own our power rather than giving it away to the takers of the world. And let's embrace our courage by remembering that nothing and no one is all shadow or light, villain or savior. Someone with the best of intentions may cause harm. Even selfish people can inadvertently create beauty. This is a time to return to innocence, letting our long-hearted beliefs be fluid as we embrace this inevitable onslaught of information. When we embrace a don't-know mind, it's easier to relax in innocence and curiosity rather than writing doomsday stories. This is not a time to be passive, but it is a powerful time to gather knowledge and wisdom and to align our actions with letting our hearts lead. And let's research even more deeply how we may reduce our environmental impact. The earth is here to ground and nurture us into remembering our deep connection with her. As the spring approaches, even in these colder climates, we may await the days until we can be barefoot on the earth, soaking up our mother's healing and love. And lastly, let's feel into what gifts we have to bring to the world and share them from a heart-centered, empowered space where our gifts are welcome the most. I know I encourage us all over and over to step into our sacred paths, and I must, because I know in my heart that we all have a contribution to make in these remarkable times. None of us has the power to shift the tide towards love, but together we can make miracles. And so in closing, I welcome you to reflect on what inspirations come through for you with these or other things. And we welcome you to share your comments below. I'd love for us to come together to learn and share and grow together as family. I'm so grateful for all of you. With all my heart of love, I shower you with blessings always.